book friends, and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing the new to booktube tag because I'm new to booktube. So let's get started. First off, my name is Megan, and the first question is, where will you be joining us from? So I am joining you guys from the second largest country in the world, Canada. So more specifically, the province of British Columbia. No, we do not live in igloos or ride polar bears. Question number 2 is, how old are you? I am going to be 22 shortly. Number 3 is, why are you joining BookTube? I decided to join BookTube because I really like the community, and I thought it would be fun to put some content out there, mostly to discuss books with friends on the internet and to give them book recommendations and to get book recommendations from people, because it's a really nice way to find more books and learn about them. And I just love talking about books. I have a couple of friends who love books as much as I do, but most of them don't read as much as I do, so I can't discuss all the books that I've read, and they don't understand my feelings and obsessions and fangirliness. Those are some of the reasons I'm joining BookTube, so there you go. Question number 4. What is the meaning behind your channel name? I decided to go with Awkward Book Nerd because I am a super socially awkward kind of person, and at parties I often just hide in the corner with books. Sometimes with Kath from Fangirl for those reasons, because I just do not understand other humans and big parties are not my kind of jam. I like to sit at home with books. That's me. And I also decided to go with Book Nerd because I wanted to put books in there because I love books and I'm a total nerd. And I use it as a compliment because I don't feel like nerd is an insult or ever should have been an insult, because calling someone a nerd just means that they are smart, love reading. So it's just a compliment. Whenever I call someone a nerd, I'm like, you're a nerd. Welcome to the club. Question number 5. What types of books do you read? I read a lot of YA, and in specific, fantasy is my favorite genre. I do read contemporaries. I read a little bit of science fiction, but not that much. I do love to read some classics too. Jane Austen, Lucy M. Montgomery wrote Anne of Green Gables. I have all of her books. Question number 6 is, the last book you read? I recently finished Everything Everything. It's a movie and it's coming out in a couple weeks, I think. So I'm probably gonna go check that out because the book was amazing. If you haven't read it and you like contemporaries, give it a shot. It's really good. Number 7, the book you are currently reading. I am currently reading Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas, and I am enjoying it a lot. It's taking me longer to finish it, to get through it, than I thought. It's definitely a fun one. Question number 8. What do you use for bookmarks? I use a whole manner of things for bookmarks. I'll use random pieces of paper. Sometimes with the book I bought, I've just used the receipt. But I do have some actual bookmarks. And some of my favorite bookmarks are my Egyptian bookmarks that I got when I was in Egypt. And these ones are made of real papyrus, and they're in a plastic casing to protect them. And yeah, this one's not papyrus, but it's still Egyptian. Pretty cool. My other really cool ones, I have this thing, and it goes into a book. Just pop it in there, and it sits there like that. That's a cool one I have. Those are some of the things I use for bookmarks. And question 9 is, show us your TBR pile. This is my TBR pile right now. I have A Court of Thorns and Roses, first book. Then I have Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. And the next one I have is Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. And I have The Siren by Kira Cass. And I have this trilogy, Starling, Descendant, and Transcendent. Question 10 is hardcovers or paperbacks. Hardcovers look a lot nicer on your shelf, and they do last longer than paperbacks, but they also are way more expensive, and they're a lot heavier to have to carry around with you if you were traveling with a book or something. Paperbacks are really nice to just carry with you. You can, some of the smaller ones, you can slip them into your pocket if you get something with good pockets. But you can carry it in your bag and not have it weigh like a ton and your shoulder is killing you by the end of the day. No. So now, I don't know if I really have a preference for this one. I like both equally. 11, ebooks or physical books. Ebooks definitely have some good qualities. I personally don't own a Kobo or an e-reader. Sometimes I get books off on my phone off an app called Overdrive, and that comes in handy sometimes. But I definitely prefer having a physical book because the battery's not going to run out on you. Even if you finish it, you can always reread it, or you can just hold it or just sniff it. I'm a chronic book sniffer. I am. So I definitely say physical books, definitely prefer them, and they just look so beautiful on a shelf, and they just make my life better in so many ways. Next, question 12, owning or borrowing books. I definitely say owning books is a lot nicer because, especially my favorite series, the Lunar Chronicles and Throne of Glass series, and my Percy Jackson books. And no, I haven't quite caught up on that series, but almost there. And even books that aren't on my favorite shelves, I still own them because they're beautiful, and it's just books, so beautiful. I do borrow books. I have a couple of book friends, and we loan each other books, and it is nice to be able to get books from other people without having to go out and buy them or go to the library. I do go to the library, but sometimes to hold on a book, there's like 60 people, and you're like, that's going to take forever. I'm going to be 80 years old when I get that book. I'm going to have to go out and buy it or borrow it from a friend. So definitely owning books is definitely my favorite thing. Question 13, what book or book series got you into reading? And this one is kind of a cliche answer, but Wingardium Leviosa! If you don't get the reference, it's Harry Potter. I have my Ravenclaw scarf because I'm House Ravenclaw, and my wand. I started reading Harry Potter when I was 8 years old, and I absolutely fell in love with it, as so many other children did, and adults, of course. Not limited to kids. No way. I got to grow up with the characters a little bit. Like a lot of booktubers, it's just that series that has stayed with you. And it really got a lot of other kids into reading books. Kids who normally wouldn't be reading books. Never be the same as reading Harry Potter as a kid, grow up with it. There will just never be anything quite as spectacular as that. Question 14 is, how did you discover booktube? Well, I first looked up a review for a book I read about a year ago, and I clicked on one of them from Poland Banana's books, and I fell in love with her channel, and then I heard about this community of booktubers, and I just it went a crazy spiral downhill from there, and here I am now deciding to do this for fun because I love books so much. So that's how I found that. Next question is, what challenges do you think you will face in doing your own booktube channel? I'd say that time could really be an issue because some days I work really long hours, some days I don't. And the second issue would be I am not the most technologically advanced person on this planet, so I might have some issues with editing. I'll do my best, but sorry if it's not as good as some of the other videos out there yet. So the last question is, where can we find you? Instagram, Tumblr, Goodreads. I'll put the link down below, so that's that. Thank you for watching my video, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want more content, subscribe to my channel, and I will do my best to make fun videos. I will be doing book reviews. I'll try to do some little skit videos and book hauls and book on hauls and all that fun stuff. So if you want more, subscribe, Anyway, I will see you all in a week for my next video. Bye! Bye, book friends!